live. Hope it works. Never know. And we are live. Greetings, humans. Greetings, and welcome back to another fun-filled episode. Bear here, 29-year veteran of the woods, people. That's where bears live. You are watching and or listening to YouTube's #1 show by a bear. Hello, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. With the start of World War III. Oh, how about that? A bear goes live and, freaking Iran decides to attack Israel. What the hell? Why not, man? Anyways, we want to stand with our good friends over there in the Israel. If you're over there, if you've got family, friends, anything like that over there, we hope they're all safe, well, and may your vengeance be strong and swift out there. Yes, indeed. Hope everyone is doing well. We're keeping an eye on that. We're also keeping an eye on, oh gosh darn it, 3-2. Keeping an eye on the old game happening here between Tampa Bay and the Washington, those evil Capitals out there. So keeping an eye on that as well. World War III, the game, either or, people. That's where we branch out and try and include everyone out there. Except for Capital fans. Screw those Capital fans, for crying out loud. Crazy game. Never seen the period end earlier than it was supposed to. Then they take the time to the next period. Very odd. Very odd. We might be doing a hockey show the next time, people. Just to do a little bit of hockey talk for you good people out here. Enjoying some of that. So great to have you here. Let's just jump right on into it. We've got only one campaign update for you good people here. That would be, well, not from Uncle E. Good to see him. 612,437. I think that's come up just a little bit here. So if that was you out there, good job pushing that over the edge there for Uncle E. But no, we've actually got, if Bear can find it, from the G ship out here, Titan Volume 3 is 95% fulfilled. So if you haven't gotten your book, well, sorry, Timmy. We are sorry for Timmy McTimerson not getting his Titan 3 book. But Bear, gosh dang it, I need to, where is it? It's like right over here, isn't it? There's Oodles. I have it. Oh, there it is, over there. Bear has it in the stack, ready to go, some point to read. Anyways, he says, hi, all. Hi, Gary. Titan Mouse of Might Volume 3 is 95% fulfilled. Keep an eye on the mail. That guy hurts. Your eye on the mail. That's gotta hurt. Also, be sure to check out Packens Land 25th anniversary. That's on Indiegogo as well, people. So do go check out the old G ship. Great stuff out there. I looked through a little bit of the Titan books, so enjoying what he's seen so far. He says, thank you all for your support, your friend in comics and in life. That would be Gary Shipman. So there you are, people. Hope you got your copy out there. Otherwise, you're part of that 5% that's still waiting. Poor little Timmy out there. I get to see P-Money. I hope you got your book. Let's see. Hello, Bear and Amy from Prairie, Canada, where it's apparently going to still get snow this week. Snow? In April? What the hell's going on, man? I thought we were supposed to be at global warming. Well, with the impending World War III about to happen, or already happening, we will probably get some extra heat here very soon. Very, very soon. We're keeping an eye on the Middle East and also on the friggin' Capitals game. 2-3. Gosh darn it. Come on, guys. Pull this one out. They got, who scored the goal? John Carlson. How dare you, sir? At least it wasn't the cookie. P-Money is still part, well, I mean, you could look at it positively, P. You could say, hey, I am the top 5% out here. Good old P-Money. So we need to get working on that underground railroad to Canada. the underground comic railroad into Canada, into the prairies of Canada, be able to share some of the great comics that we have here. Apparently, they're being tied up somewhere at the Canadian Post Office, one would imagine. I blame the Mounties, P-Money. I blame your Canadian Mounties. Gosh darn it. Anyway, so there is that. That's the only, let me just double check. I think that was it. No, I don't want my experiences cooking ribs. They were good, though. There's some good ribs, people. Enjoying some ribs. So if beer is burping, that's why, people. That is why. All right, let's get into it, people. Let's get into it. Because, once again, it is... we can check our watches here. Well, Bear's not wearing a watch, but you get the idea. The time is now, as always, because Bear is right. As usual. As always, Bear is right. But that's all right. Let me get you guys up here. Here we go. And we've been talking about this a little while back. There's hardly going to be any movies coming out in 2024. They've all either been pushed back, or some of them that were supposed to come out last year came out this year, like Dune 2. But because of the multiple strikes, very, very few movies that are going to be coming out. So one of the things Bear is saying is keep an eye out, because boy, oh boy, they're going to be releasing some movies. Re-releasing some movies. So once again, Anthony D'Alessandro, Deadline. Christopher Nolan's Interstellar getting a re-release in IMAX 70mm for the 10th. Gosh, has it been that long? The 10th anniversary from CinemaCon. Here, Anne Hathaway, I don't know, kind of looks like a 14-year-old boy in that picture, but that's all right. That's all right. Wide range. Not really. I never really liked Anne Hathaway. Has it been 10 years? Apparently. Yes, and thus they say, Paramount said Thursday it will re-release Christopher Nolan's 2014 fall tentpole, Interstellar. The Warner Brothers co-production will hit theaters this fall. The movie grossed $188 million at the box office? Really? And north of $733 million worldwide. Prints for Interstellar will include the 70mm and IMAX. So if you want to see it in the big screen, you can go check it out, people. Maybe if you've seen it after all this time, you go and rewatch the movie. Come on back and tell Bear what the hell is going on in the damn movie. Talking about like libraries, freaking intergalactic libraries, I suppose. I have no idea, people. That was a strange movie. And they got even stranger. Stranger here. The movie is co-written by Nolan and his brother Jonathan Nolan. Came out with the Fallout series. Bear's going to have to check that one out. Looks kind of interesting. Follows a farmer and ex-NASA pilot who's tasked to pilot a spacecraft when Earth becomes uninhabitable in the future. Horrible. Well, hopefully uninhabitable for humans. Hopefully bears will still be around. The big stars, Matthew McConaughey, Anne Hathaway, Jessica Chastain, Bill Irwin, Ellen Burstyn, Michael Caine, and what's his face? Matt Damon. Matt Damon is, spoiler alert, people. Spoiler alert for a 10-year-old movie. Gosh darn it. So there you are, people. There is Christopher Nolan coming out again with Interstellar, literally because they have nothing left. Literally nothing at all, people. Let's see, Amy says the weather has been lovely here. It has, Amy. Well, it's been here. I'm assuming where you were as well. Beautiful out there. Sorry, that seems to mean extra snow for you and yours, though. Well, that's what you get for living in frickin' Canada. Of course, we only get to enjoy the nice weather for, I don't know, what would you say, Amy? Another 2.5 weeks? Maybe at the end of the month, and then it gets freaking hot. Hot, rainy hurricanes, mosquitoes the size of VW bugs, all the fun stuff of living in the state of Florida, people. Yay! Yay. All right, well, if you don't want to go see Interstellar, people, Bear's got another one. Hey, how about a reboot? No, Bear, no, we don't want a reboot. Yes. Yes, you do, and you're going to take it. You're going to take it, and it's going to be a bloody reboot at that. From Variety and Adam B. Very, very well. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles getting a bloody live-action film, The Last Ronin, people. The 40-year-old franchise. Has it been that long? Kid-friendly franchise. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is returning to the theaters in live action in a project that Paramount Pictures is targeting instead for adults, people. Adults. I'm probably sure the kids are going to be able to sneak into the theaters. Probably what's going to happen. Probably. Gosh. Pardon me. The studio is developing the bloody and intense graphic novel series Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin, with a screenwriter Tyler Burton Smith. That would be Boy Kills World. The heartwarming film Boy Kills World. And Walter Hamda's 18 Hertz production company. Walter Hamda was formerly with Warner Brothers, so if you enjoyed your Aquaman, if you enjoyed your Flash, that was Walter Hamda's doing out there. So hopefully we'll see. The 2020 to 2022 miniseries, written by the original Turtles creators Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird, with Eastman and Tom Waltz developing the script, is set in a bleak dystopian future. Oh boy, just like now. In which Okaru Hiroto and the grandson of the Turtles' arch nemesis Shredder rules New York City with an iron fist as a totalitarian despot. How is that any different than today? Hiroto has killed all but one of the Turtles, as well as their mentor Splinter. The remaining turtle seeks revenge by wielding all four of their secret weapons. Ooh. P-Money says, great, we get to hear Donatello say, F you, Shredder. Looking forward to that. It actually doesn't say. No, it doesn't say which one. Doesn't say which one. The project is the latest and perhaps boldest adaptation of the longest-running Turtles franchise, which Eastman and Laird created as a comic book series in 1984. Holy cow. Originally as intended as a parody of popular comic book tropes at the time, the series became a sensation in its own right, spawning a toy line, a popular animated series, several video games, awesome, and to date, 7 feature film adaptations. Are we really counting the last one? Do we want to really count the last one there? I'm not sure. Starting in 1990. The most recent film, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem was a modest hit for Paramount, grossing $118 million. Really? In the U.S. and Canada, and $180.5 million worldwide. Had no idea. A modest hit, people. The Last Ronin, however, marks the first time the franchise has been adapted for an adult audience. F you, Shredder! The major success of the graphic novel series, which ranked second on the Book Scans list for the top-selling graphic novels in 2023. So there you go, people. If you wanted to see a bloody Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, now is your time. Well, unless World War III happens and, we're all put into the dustbin of history with nuclear war happening. Speaking of nuclear war, 4-2, oh, for crying out loud. How dare you, Capitals. I wonder if we pulled the goalie. Let's see, who got it? Nick Dowd. God dang it, man. Crying out loud. Where's our Cooch at? Where's Kucherov at? P-Money, we may be doing a hockey show the next time, so if you want to hang out for that one. You can do that. Yes, indeed. Anyhow, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles getting a bloody action film remake, people. They have literally lost the pooch here, man. Lost everything. Might as well just put the AI chatbot up there and just go ahead and start writing movies themselves. That's fine. That is totally fine there, Beer. So Leonardo's swords are actually going to stab people in the face. In the freaking face, P-Money. There you go. Amy wants more family-friendly turtles. Well, I'm sorry, Amy. You're not going to get it. It's going to be a bloody. Maybe it's blood family-friendly? I don't know. Well, I don't know. When everybody dies, except for the last turtle, a tear goes down into the pizza. I'm sure there's going to be several kind of depressing spots along the way there, and then he finally gets his gumption back and starts slicing for revenge out there. Although it doesn't really say which turtle survives, so pick your own. Pick your own out there. Yeah, we'll go with Leonardo. What the heck? Why not? Although Bear was partial for Donatello. Gotta say, man. Gotta say. Well, at least in the old arcade game. At least in the old arcade game, he had a lot with the whap, 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 whap. There you go. We also need an adult Care Bears. Bear is your Care Bear. The Care Bears stare burns faces off. Ouch, that hurts. Tried that before. It doesn't work the way you think it does, P-Money. I get stare all day long, and it just doesn't. It's like, why is that bear staring at me? I'm not staring at you. I'm staring at your food. Gosh darn it. Speaking, what a great. Let me take a drink on that, because that was a great transition, beer. There we go. What a great. That is the transition of quality here, beer. Speaking of food, people, from the New York Post, and Samantha Ibrahim, Valerie Bertinelli slams Food Network after firing, quote, "It's sad. It's not about cooking and learning anymore. Gosh darn it. It's all competitions, people. All competitions." Well, even for Valerie Bertinelli. She was like on some sort of, what was it? Kids Baking Championship. That's right. Everything is a competition. Valerie Bertinelli isn't a foodie anymore. The 60-year-old Hot in Cleveland alum expressed her annoyance over Food Network's recent slew of content, saying that the channel is no longer about cooking, people. No longer. Well, hopefully they'll have a competition to decide. She shared her thoughts on Threads. Threads? Really? Threads? That's still around? I guess it's her and James Gunn. They're the only two people on there. Blasting the network months after they fired her from hosting the series Kids Baking Championship. Once again, it's not about the food. It's about the competitions. There you go. I fell in love with Food Network 2 decades ago because of all of the amazing ITK, people. For those of you not in the know, that's in the kitchen shows. 30-minute meals. Ina Garten? How do you pronounce that? Is it Giada? Or is it Giada? I have no idea. De Laurentiis and her lovely jugs. The list goes on and on. Which, by the way, speaking of Food Network and lovely jugs, Beer just kind of happened to watch, what was it called? It was Selena plus Chef Home for the Holidays. Home for the Holidays the other day. And, Bear, why are you watching a show for the holidays? The holidays were like a couple months ago. Hey, man, listen. It's a holiday whenever Bear gets to check out freaking Selena Gomez's just luscious jugs, people. I had no idea. I figure it was some Pop-Tarts, some, Disney Channel, I forget what show she was doing. Some sort of like a witch show or something like that. I'm not sure. Out there, it's like, oh, okay, nice singer, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Holy cow, people. Ba-boom. Selena, you had Bear's attention. You had Bear's interest, and now you have his attention. Madam, if you ever want to move to old Florida, Bear's got a nice little cave here for you. Yes, indeed. freaking Florida, man. We do have animal husbandry. It is legal here in Florida. Just want to let her know about that. Fell in love, people. Had no idea. No idea whatsoever. Crazy. I mean, Bear did freaking date Taylor Swift for like 5 minutes there. So probably a little bit more on the Swift bandwagon. But man, she is just bones, just skin and bones. That's it. Freaking Selena Gomez got the great curves out there. The Touched by the Angel. Let me get off of that. The Touched by the Angel star added, I learned so much. It's sad it's not about cooking and learning any longer. Oh well, that's just business, folks. Fans of Bert and Ernie's comments agreed with her, noting that the Food Network has become more polluted with cooking rivalry shows rather than at-home style instructive series. I'm tired of watching the cooking competitions, said the lady that did the kids baking championship competition. So repetitive and egotistical. What? Celebrity chefs? No way. When they kicked Alex off of the kitchen, what? How dare they? And which pioneer woman? We call her the Prairie Lady. Girl meets farm. Mary makes it easy. Selena Gomez's luscious jugs. Because they are recipes. Refreshing, someone scoffed. Another person chimed in, I still watch the kitchen, but that's it. I don't want to see only competitions. I want to learn about cooking. Others suggested that Bert and Ernie pitch her own food-centered show to other TV channels around the programming block. Girl! The Food Network isn't the only game in town. Pitch your own show your way. You're Valerie effin' Bert and Ernie. Have home cooking. One gushed, America loves you. Loves you, Valerie. The TV personality previously hosted Valerie's Home Cooking on the Food Network from 2015 to 2023. Man, that's kind of sad when you're only just slightly taller than the kids. Just slightly. And what's with old Duff back there, for crying out loud? He's not much. Need to get up on the. Somebody get a Duff a ladder or something like that. That's kind of embarrassing. Kind of. And of course, as soon as they close the kids, whatever baking championship for that, autumn or spring or whatever, it's like the next season. They literally had two of the same baking competition for Christmas out there. I was like, gosh dang it, I could be watching Selena Gomez, for crying out loud, instead of freaking Valerie, Bert and Ernie. I had nothing against Valerie, Bert and Ernie, but man, oh man, holy cow. I am very impressed with the old Selena Gomez out here. P-Mike says, Selena Gomez got our comics Care Bear stare, but a bump. Yes, I try not to stare too hard. It might catch on fire. Are game shows easier to make than cooking shows? Maybe that's why. You could learn some stuff off of there. Bear will pick up something every once in a while, but yeah, it's quite different doing it like in competition. Like, okay, quick, you need to cook, a 5-course meal in 30 minutes while dangling from a helicopter. Go! You can only use these 3 ingredients. You don't really see that. You don't really see that very much. Final 4-2. Ah, gosh darn it! Just go ahead and end the world right now, for crying out loud. Frickin' Capitals. Anyhow, apologies, people. Apologies out here. She later appeared as a judge on Kids Baking Championship and Food Network star. For the baking competition show, she had been at the helm since 2015. However, in January, the ribs sticking to beer. Bert and Ernie revealed that she was canned due to budget issues. You're probably right, Amy. I've been avoiding facing what I got confirmation last night, and I didn't want to talk about it last night because I wanted to get some sleep on it because it really hurt my feelings. She she explained on Instagram earlier this year. She looks just devastated, just horribly devastated. Gosh darn it! I can't judge those kids anymore on their cooking. Gosh darn it! I know it's not supposed to be. I know it's not supposed to. Logically, I know it's a business, And budget cuts, right? But it really hurt my feelings to know that I'm not going to be asked back to be on Kids Baking Championship. She then noted that the show saved her life following an apex year of hell. Wow. Bertinelli, who previously married Eddie Van Halen in 2020, filed for divorce from ex-husband Tom Vitale in 2022. Wow, she's really going through the fellas there. I was going through it and pretending everything was just fine, because that's what you do, exclamation point. And without sounding like a drama queen, the show saved my life, she said, adding she filmed her last episode in the summer of 2022. Poor Valerie Bertinelli. Who are the kids gonna look up to now? I mean, literally, who are they going to look up to? I mean, look at Duff. He's a tiny fella. They can't. I mean, maybe head on there, but they can't look up to him. Get somebody. Get him a ladder. Somebody get him a ladder. Then they can look up to him. There you go. There is from the New York Post and Samantha Ibrahim. Thank you, Samantha. Great show here. Great show. Great article. Gosh darn it. One of these days. One of these days. Well, speaking of which, we can teach you how to cook, people. Also, from the New York Post and Ben Coast, I saved $1,700 eating leftover food from New York City's top restaurants. Here's the gourmet haul I got for mere dollars. See, they're finally going where Bear's gone all along. That's the trash can, people. You can get it really cheap in the trash can. Unless you're getting interrupted by freaking postmen out there. Gosh, dang it. I hate those postmen so much. Pardon me. Beautiful weather out there, but still, the freaking sinuses, it's getting bare here. Like so many New Yorkers, Henny Mahmood, we'll go with Mahmood, loves to go out to eat and try new things. Don't we all? But in an inflation-plagued city. Yeah, it's only the city where it's got inflation. That's it. Nowhere else. Where everything seems to cost too much. Well, because you're living on the Upper West Side. Struggles to avoid going broke from his love of food. Well, you kind of need food to eat and survive, but here you go. And while landing a good meal for, say, $10 in 2024 might seem like a 1950s pipe dream, Mahmood has found a way to regular score enviable eats on the cheap by bagging uneaten grub that restaurants plan to throw out. That is a long sentence, sir. Sir? Yeah, sir. That is a long sentence, sir. Gosh darn it. Edit that just a little bit. It's a hobby that saved him nearly $1,700 in just 2 years. And no, he's not a dumpster diver. Well, it sure looks like he's diving for something in there. I don't know, man. Come on, Mahmood. You can go around back. It's fine. It ain't going to hurt nobody. It's the best garbage in the whole city, man. Best garbage. The 32-year-old public health worker uses Too Good To Go, an app imported from Denmark that strives to curb food waste by helping customers find and rescue unwanted food from eaters or groceries. Well, where is Bear gonna eat, man? What, you want me to go out in the freaking woods? I got freaking trash right there, man. Except the prize is a discounted meal from a pricey venue like Italy. Italy? Oh, I get it. Italy. God, Italy. P-Money says, honey, don't throw out our leftovers. We'll send it to this restaurant. No, the restaurant, when they have leftovers, they just sell them again. What a great concept. From there, Mahmood scored a lavish meal comprised of a 9 by 11 inch sheet pan of lasagna. Garfield would be proud. Along with Fortuna, salad, and other top-notch items for $12, people. around half the price for a far more basic burger meal at Five Guys, which is still pretty good. I don't mind Five Guys at all. My sex addiction took over my life and nearly drove me to suicide. I hurt people. What? Huh? What does that have to do with this article? I don't know. It sounded like a great way to try different restaurants from around the city at a fraction of the cost. New Yorker Mahmood told the Post of giving the app, which launched here in 2020, a whirl. This is one to try and combat food waste. Hey man, some people's food waste, it could be a bear's food. While also giving the restaurants and small businesses some support for things that they wouldn't be able to sell. Well, they are selling it. They're selling the food that they were going to throw away to you for like $12. There you go. There you are, people. So apparently it still comes bagged. Except for the one, I guess, rice. I'm not sure what is that. I can't tell. Can't tell what that says. I don't know. Probably in a different language. Mahmood is one of the many wallet-wary diners and grocery shoppers. Excuse me. God dang it. Down the throat. Down the old throat here. Bear salivating. Salivating, thinking about garbage food. Let's see. Wallet-wary diners and grocery shoppers turning to various dough-saving trackers like Food to Go or the Toronto-based, gosh darn it. Dang you, P-Money. I'm blaming this on you. Based Flash Food, which has made significant inroads into New York City via partnership with Stop and Shop. These apps are a welcome addition to the Big Apple, where food prices have become stratospheric. Amid inflation, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, food away from home cost in the New York area surged 5.3% from February this year, or from February last year to February this year. Holy cow. U.S. consumers spent 11.3% of their disposable income on food in 2022. The most since the 1991 Gulf War. Well, we got another one going on as well, so right back at it. As inflation jacked up prices on everything from groceries to fast foods. A McDonald's $18 Big Mac meal. Holy cow. There is Italy. Hey, we got to go to Italy. No, not Italy. Italy. No, Italy. Those signing up for TGTG. What was the name of it? Too Good to Go. Too good. Yeah. If you're down in the know, you just say a TGTG, man. You got to be in the know, though. Scores bags of excess or soon-to-be expired inventory from participating establishments in their vicinity for around a third of the regular price. The big catch, being that diners don't know what's in the bag beforehand. Signing up and scrolling the deals is easy. Businesses post their offerings along with an estimate of the original value, giving the app user an idea of what kind of bargain they're getting. You then reserve your mystery order. The most popular spots go out within minutes. Pay and pick up within a design time frame, ranging from right now to later in the day. And while snagging tea sandwiches and macarons from Parisian macaron Mancher, Lauderdale, for pennies on the dollar might be a lot of fun. Mahmood recently paid $3.99 for a $12 bag. From the French baker, there's a serious mission behind the app. Yeah, to take away food from Bear. Gosh, dang it. I tell you, people. $18 for McDonald's, asked P-Money. We have all-you-can-eat buffets here for less than $18. Yeah, but you got to trudge through the snow. Plus, that's Canada and not New York City, so there's a little bit of a difference there. But yeah, I hear you. Bear hears you, man. It's getting way too expensive just to go to fast food. Might as well just go to a sit-down restaurant. Or like you said, a buffet. There you go. Founded in 2016 in Copenhagen, those in the know TGTG, was conceived as a way to combat the global food surplus problem. What? We have a problem of too much food? Oh, for crying out loud. Only freaking people from the Dutchland can figure, yeah, we got too much food. What a waste. Oh, what a horrible thing. Which sees 80 million tons of food wasted in the U.S. each year alone. Number one, baby. Number one. By saving, quote, bags of surplus food from going to waste at a great price. It's not going to waste, it's going into Bear's mouth. The food finder quickly took off, is now available in 27 states, boasts 92 million registered users, and 217,000 active partners across Europe and North America. In New York City alone, TGTG featured 7,000 affiliated businesses, ranging from the Just Salad chain. Never heard of it. I wonder what they sell there. I wonder what they sell at Just Salad. Just Salad. Gosh dang it! I'm looking at the score again. Get that off of there. Let me go. Let me figure out if World War II is happening. World War II. World War III. World War II already happened. Let's see. Are we exploding? Are we exploding just yet? Hold on one second, people. Explosions, yada, yada, yada. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, we're not, we haven't died in a nuclear holocaust just yet, people. Just wait till the end of the show. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button right now before you're obliterated in a nuclear holocaust, people. Let's see, to dumpling purveyors Joe's Shanghai in Chinatown. I guess you would have that there. There you go. There's some nice cakes and croissants. Good old Mahmood. Got that. Gosh dang it. This has kept Mahmood well fed, I bet. Look at there. If you're lucky, you'll get a fancy, elaborate pastry or mini cake that would normally be $12 to $15. Sometimes the restaurant might have had way more going to waste that day than they expected, and then you end up getting way more than they value than advertised. He prefers pizza places and other specialty restaurants because you know roughly what to expect. Yeah, like pizza. But like so many New Yorker users of the app, which allows you to rate every business you buy from, what he really craves are the Italy deals, which are nearly impossible to get. Gosh dang it. At Italy. They have a medium bag, which is $8. That gives you $24 worth of groceries or more. The nickel and dimer told the Post. And then there's a large bag that costs $12. Gives you $36 or more. Then there's even one for $14.99. I love how they put it at $14.99 instead of $15. That gives you $45 worth of stock, people. They call it stock. There you go. There you go, people. Food, fight food waste. No, throw that food into the garbage, please. You're helping out your neighborhood bears. In fact, Italy's mixed grocery bags, with everything from pasta dishes to breads and salads, have become so coveted that food influencers are filming unboxing-style TikTok videos showcasing what they revealed in their packages. Wait a minute. That's what Bears has been doing for freaking how long? 4 years now? Every time Bear opens the box, he's like, all right, now's the time. Salmon, finally home delivery of salmon. Then, of course, he is just disappointed each and every time. But I've been doing that, not on TikTok, but I've been doing that here on YouTube for longer. Bear is now, listen, people, forget Valerie, Bertinelli. Bear is now a food influencer. It is official, people. Food influencer Bear. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. You know, they say, they tell you, when you're making your YouTube channel, make sure you stick in between your lanes out there. Don't go out talking about, various different stuff. If you're calling yourself the comics Bear, you might as well just only talk about comics, nothing else. Nope. Gosh darn it. Bear is breaking that mold. Bear is now a food influencer, people. He's been for so long that he didn't even know it, and now I'm taking it upon himself. Taking it upon myself to become a food influencer, people. As long as I don't get food poisoning, it's a no-brainer. Yay, declared one user named Aubrey while unveiling a lavish spread of mushroom ragu, potato ganache, and other Boku treats with a clip of over 2 million views. Holy cow, Bear is in... Gosh dang it, I've been opening friggin' comic books all this time. I just need to be opening boxes of food. Or just open up the garbage can. Gosh, man, that's what I can do. Just go around the neighborhood doing unboxing of the garbage can. Uncannings. Instead of unboxings. We'll call them uncannings. It's uncanny. Ha 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 ha. Yay. Oops. There's my mood looking at us, trying to see if there's any like mold or mildew on the thing that he's about to pick up here. What is he getting? Picks up a salad with chicken. I'm not sure if you want to eat salad that's been thrown away, Mahmood, but you do you, Mahmood. Queens resident Devin Tabor is another avid fan of the Food Surplus app. But with multiple mouths to feed and his family of 6, he's less likely to be scouting TGTG for the next cookie giveaway. The 50-year-old is checking Flash Food for the latest deals. See, people, Bear is keeping you in the know. That's why he is YouTube's #1 food influencer by a bear. There you go. The penny pinching tool, he told the Post. Oops. Where did I go? Has saved him $400 in just a few months. A godsend after grocery prices have surged 25% in the past 4 years. Gosh, I wonder what happened in the last 4 years. Something happened back in 2020. I don't know. It'll come to bear. It makes a difference in our family's overall budget, said the retired technology worker, who lost his gig of 25 years last year due to a disability. And if you're trying to shop for a family of 6, every dollar counts, I'm sure. Unlike with a TGTG, customers can literally see exactly what surpluses they're getting ahead of time, along with a, quote, best buy date. Some of Tabor's notable hauls include a $70 skirt steak for just $30 and $40 for several packages of oxtails that would have otherwise cost him more than double. They're normally priced at $100. For oxtail? What? $100? Where the hell are you going for oxtail? I don't know if I'd pay $40 for oxtail. That's a little much there. Yay. The hell? Just bite it right off of the ox. It'll be fine. Many of his scores aren't even, quote, leftovers in the conventional sense either. I bought stuff from Flash Food that doesn't expire well into the next year, he told the Post. He also nabs non-perishable goods that don't even expire, like laundry dryer sheets. You can't eat laundry dryer sheets. I know, Bears tried. They don't taste that good. Maybe they're overstocked in that particular store and they want to get rid of their stuff. Well, just bring in the hooligans. They'll clear that out within minutes. And whether it's meant to be eaten on the spot or can be stored in the freezer indefinitely, Surplus app adherents believe that the leftover juice is always worth the squeeze. Leftover juice. It's important in that it gives people access to food experiences. I bet. That they might not be able to afford or want to pay for otherwise. If I weren't married, I might use TGTG to eat every day, people. Every day. That's old Mahmood. Taking him out. One leftover salad at a time. Leftover salad. Honey, find me an ox so I can eat its tail without spending $100. There you go, Peabody. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Well, I've got one for you, P-Money, right here. This next story, sir, is for you. You know, a lot of times people say, Bear, you don't pay too much attention. You're talking about the jugs out there. Well, we gotta flip it around to the other side there. So this next story is for P Money out here. Gather around the whole family out there. That's right, people. Women's butt sizes around the world have been revealed, people. Which countries have the biggest and the smallest booties? From Alex Mitchell and once again, the New York Post. Coming out. Here's who has big butts. And we cannot lie, people. A new batch of data has analyzed what kind of data are you around analyzing women's butts? And how does Bear get that job? By nationality and on average, possessed either the widest or most narrow set of hips, an integral part of the anatomy that can sculpt a Sir Mix-a-Lot worthy behind. To the dismay of many patriots, the U.S. Average female hip size of 40.2 inches did not crack the Butts Top 10 list. Gosh, dang it. Coming at number 11 instead. For crying out loud. The freaking apocalypse can't come soon enough. The cheekiest crown nation is South Africa. That doesn't surprise Bear. Where the ladies are strutting around with a 41.73-inch circumference of pride and joy. Yes, indeed. Argentina followed close behind at 41 inches. Then Sweden at 40.94 inches. Greece? Greece is in there? I had no idea. I need to go to Greece sometime. Germany, 40.6. The UK, which wears an average pant size of 12 to 14, did not make the cut. Sorry. We have learned that hip size can vary significantly depending on factors such as age, ethnicity, I'm sure that accounts for a lot of it there, and a geographical location. I don't know how your butt can grow bigger if you're in a different spot, but hey, they're researchers, not Bear, so they're experts on women's butts, so we gotta go along with that. So there you go. A lot of people might say, Bear, you really don't care about this story. You're just using this as an excuse to show pictures of women's behind. I'm not going to disagree with you. I'm not going to disagree at all with you on that. But listen, this is very important news that we need to know out here, people. Here we go. South Africa, number 1. Argentina. Did they get a new? Is he president? I guess a president down there. He's gonna cut everything. Hopefully not the booties though. Sweden, number 3. Greece, number 4. Germany, number 5. They're combining Russia and Italy, a.k.a. Italy. They're both 40.55 inches. Well, Russia. In a new light, Russia. There's no Ukraine. Russia actually is winning on the big booty front against Ukraine out there. They are winning the booty gap, if you will. Australia, the Netherlands, Canada. What? Canada beat out freaking the U.S. and France. Come on, Iran, just end it all right now, for crying out loud. I can't stand it anymore. Can't stand it. We lost 4-2. Canada has bigger butts than our ladies in the U.S. Hold on, let me just make sure we're not totally dead just yet. Let's see here. Significant response, yada, 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 blah, 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 several explosions, da-da-da-da-da, Jerusalem, blah, 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 into chaos. There's chaos right now. Canada is beating the U.S. in booty size. I can't believe it. Even Nigeria. Look at there. They even beat Nigeria. South Korea. I had no idea. Might have to go to South Korea sometime. Japan, China, and rounding it out, India, people. Rounding it out, India, small booties, people. I can't believe this, people. Canada. Man, I am really disappointed now. Really disappointed. P.Y. says, honey, you got top 9 butt. High five. High five there. I like Canadian butts. I cannot lie. You other hosers can't deny, says P Money. Can't deny. So Pacific Canadian butts are very different from Atlantic Canadian butts. I don't know, P Money. You're gonna have to report back to us. You're gonna have to do some coast to coast surveys, madam. Excuse me. This is a very important mission I am on. I need to measure your butt. I need to measure the circumference of your bootay. Make sure the Canadian women on the East Coast are equivalent to the Canadian women on the West Coast there. Still beating out by 0.1 inch. 0.1 inch. Not really sure how much that is in centimeters. Gosh darn it. Man. I had high hopes. High hopes when Bear wanted to do this show here. Or this article here. I was like, yes, all right, I got one here. Nope, Canada wins. Canadian wins yet again, people. I can't believe it, man. Can't believe it, people. For crying out loud. For crying out loud, people. Well, anyways, Beer actually had. I actually need to get the audience's interpretation here, people. Need to pick your brains out there, P Money, and Amy if she is still around here. Hopefully Melissa as well. So we did the box open for let me find it here. 1 second, people. We did the box open for Black and White just the other week there. Boy, oh boy, did this really just royally screw up on Beer here. I don't want to go through the entire reasoning for everything here, but let me explain. Here. Final Cut. We're looking at Final Cut here. Let me close a couple of these windows because they're not really that important here. Down here along the bottom, you see we're kind of scrolling along here with all the stuff that we have here. We got three different video clips and an audio clip here. So this is what happened to Bear. Bear was filming. Let me mute this one here. Let me get rid of this one. This one go in here. So Bear was filming. Showing all the stuff, showing all the cards, all that stuff, all that great stuff from Black and White here. All of a sudden, the hard disk ran out on Bear's recorder here. So what was this? At the 20-minute mark, and the entire thing's, it's going to be a little bit shorter, but we missed out on about 11 minutes worth of this video here. We also had, let me show it here. We also had the overhead shot here. So was trying to combine the two shots here kind of together here to kind of show some great stuff, hopefully in HDR. That didn't work out, so we're back down to standard definition. Like, oh, okay, well, we can get by with that. Well, once again, the main camera here ended about 20 minutes into it. I think it was like only 16 minutes. 19, yeah, about 20 minutes in there. So it ended. So I had the rest of the video is, let me show it here. Here we go. The rest of the video here is just an overhead shot. Like, okay, I can't really show that because what I was doing here was I was showing, the cards and everything. So this entire section right here, over here, I'm showing all the cards to the main camera here, and you can't really see it on the overhead shot. Like right here, let's see, let me find it here. There we go. I'm picking this up and trying to show it to people. And you really can't see it just straight on the overhead shot. It was mainly for kind of the box open here, opening that up and everything. There we go. There's Black and White, yada yada yada, looking good, and all that great stuff. But I'm showing stuff here to the camera. So I'll show that stuff like there, so you can see that. But if you go to the overhead, you can't see it. It's like it's poof, gone. For crying out loud. So what Bear had to do was go back to the original stuff here. Let me get back to it. With the thing, you can kind of see the difference here. Let's do it here. So you can kind of see a little bit of the difference there. It's a little bit off as well there, but you can kind of see a little bit of the difference there in color and everything. I had to go back to the original OBS recording of the entire show here. So this is the entire stuff that all of you got to see, but you never actually got to see some of the overhead stuff. So I was trying to put it all in together. HDR, beautiful, 60 frames a second. Oh, it's going to be great and everything. Nope, not at all. Bear has his OBS recording here, and that's it. The iPhone was being recorded at 60 frames a second. The main camera was 59.94 frames a second, something like that. So slightly off on those two, but close enough. This is at 30 frames a second, which is half of what we got there. Not HDR. And was trying to put all this stuff together. So let me see. Did I get it? Did I put it in here? Yeah, there we go. So this is kind of what it was kind of looking like here. I'll just kind of... You won't be able to hear anything, but you'll be able to see what we were trying to do here. But as you'll see here in just a second, I'll show you what goes on. After a while, I couldn't do anything here. So there we go. There's a overhead shot in a second. There we go. There's the overhead shot. So we're going to go back and forth here. Back, forth, two cameras set up where, whatever camera looks the best, you're going to be able to see and kind of check it out and look good and all that sort of stuff. But... man, oh man. So because all the frame rates were different, all this other stuff got kicked around. So for example, I have to line up everything with the audio here. So this is the audio track down here. I have to line up. Let me bring it up here. I have to line up all of my audio. Let's see if we can get to it here a little bit closer. Here we go. So you got to kind of line up these waveforms here, right? But because it's just slightly off after time, it'll get slightly off here. So for example, you see how it's starting to peak here on this on the video here, on this video here. But on the audio it peaks, let's see. 25 almost 20 frames different. So each time you had to do this, you had to move the video back or forth, so Bear would have to move this, forward just a little bit to get that to work. So that was going to take freaking forever. And then of course, once you got to the very end, here, let me show you what happened. So it'd go like this, blah, 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 blah. We're showing the cards, yada, yada, yada. Looks great. Looks terrific. And then all of a sudden, Bear's freaking hard drive closes out on him. Didn't have enough space. So everything after that point, after the 18-minute mark, it's all overhead. So I'm still showing the card here, but you can't freaking see it. So that's another, what is this? 11 and a half minutes of just over the head. You can't see a whole lot. So I had to go back and redo it. So we're redoing it kind of the lowest common denominator here with the 30 frames a second. So we're going to go back and forth here. So, you can see some of the stuff where I'm showing it. There you go. So I'm showing it to the camera there. You wouldn't be able to see over here. You'd hear Bear talking, but you wouldn't be able to see it. So we're going to have to redo it that way, which is going to take a lot more time. But gosh dang it, we're going to do it here, people. We're going to do it here. So what do you think, people? Do you think maybe we should just scrap the video altogether and just do the live show and just let that be that? That's just this right here. You're not going to see any of the overhead stuff like you see here. And it just kind of cuts every once in a while. Like this is a good one here. I like that, where you can see, both of the books and all that stuff. It's kind of a good. What am I doing here? Oh, I'm showing the thank you. So stuff like this, I wouldn't be able to show you. I mean, I could show you here, but over here, you wouldn't be able to see that. Like what I'm doing here, showing the lovely card there, you wouldn't be able to see. Wouldn't be able to see that. So, what says the chat out here? What says the chat? Let's see. Bear, you keep trying to do professional shows. You see how they turn out. Yeah, this is probably going to be the last time we'll do a live box open. I really need to concentrate on just doing it as its own thing, doing it at HDR, making it look the best that Bear can, and maybe just showing some of the stuff after the fact on the live show. So we'll see. It seems fine to me as it is. So you're talking about just this one here, just the one that we did through the OBS. You didn't want to do the overhead shots or anything like that. Is that what you're saying, P-Money? Help Bear out here. Help Bear out here. Because some of these, I was showing the cards. And I wanted to show a lot of those, but like here, I was trying to show the card here. But you wouldn't be able to see it on the overhead shot. So, OBS looks fine. Okay. So here's the other question, P-Money. So should Bear just leave it as it is, don't do anything, and just do the live show and just let that be the box open? Or do you think we should make this its own little video? We'll just do the OBS. I won't worry about I do want to see how that might turn out, but don't worry about the overhead shot. Just do the OBS right here. This guy right here, and just do its own. Here, I'll show you what it'll look like. Let's see. Oops, there's the thumbnails. That's how Bear does his thumbnails. So this is a little bit more kind of the complete version here. This Bear doing his little thing. Da 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 da. Yada yada. You missed that part, P-Bunny. Doing the box open here. Sorry you can't hear the audio. I apologize. So this is what it would look like kind of normally. If we kind of do quite a normal... Because there were several spots where I had to stop and start. There was something in there. I think I was looking for something, so that took a minute or two. One of the lights went out, so I had to redo that. So there's a couple things. You see all the edits that I have in here. So I had to cut out a number of those things. Like the stuff over here. I got to cut where you see these markers here. I got to cut that out. So let's see. It doesn't look too bad. You don't have to redo it, I don't think, says P-Money. Okay. Well, let me just show you what it would look like here. So this is what it looks like. There's Bear doing this is one of the main reasons I want to do the overhead shot. So see, it cuts over to the overhead shot. I know that's not a major, like, oh God, I need to see him opening it up with a knife or anything. But yeah, it did kind of cut around with some of that sort of stuff there. But if you say it looks good, P-Buddy, I will stick with it. We'll stick with it. I might want to make it its own video, though. I do like doing the box open videos on their own, just in case people don't check out the live shows. But that's kind of how it would look, kind of going back and forth. I still haven't quite got the... this was all the HDR stuff, so that didn't quite work out the way I wanted it to. But anyways, that's how it would have looked. Unfortunately, it didn't turn out that way. So I actually had to see how this is a little bit lighter here. I don't know if you could tell. It's a little bit lighter. Had to adjust. Let me show you here. Let me do it this way. Do it this way. Do. Bear doing stuff on a work stream. So I can take off the color. You see how it kind of makes it a little bit brighter. A little bit brighter, I think, a little bit there. So I was going to do that for the rest of this, but that's not going to work. I had to junk all that. You see all the work that I did. Had to junk all of this and go back to redoing it all over again. So, all right. Well, anyways. Little does Bear know I'm saying whatever will sabotage them the most. Gosh dang it, P-Money. All right. I knew I had the right thing here. So we'll wrench on this a little bit. I don't want it to take too much time because Bear does want to get to actually reading the book and letting people know how it is. But anyways, there is Bear's dilemma for you good people out there. I know everybody really cared a lot about that, but there you are, people. There is Bear's struggle. Need to write a book about that. Call it Bear's Struggle. Hopefully there's no other books of that same type of name out there. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. All right, people. Well, I need to get back onto that video here. I don't want to do that on the live show here just because it's kind of dull and boring. But that was going to be the work stream for Bear. But I think we got through a number of great stories, except for the last one there. Gosh dang, Canada. Gosh dang it. Bigger butts than the U.S. Had no idea. None whatsoever. Bear could live losing to Russia. I can live with that. Losing to Canada, no sir, man. No. Hold on just 1 second. Hold on just 1 second. Where is it? There we go. Here we go. First, what the hell's going on here? First, Italy has bigger butts than the U.S. And now Canada? That's not going to happen, Rick. That's not going to happen. Not going to happen at all, man. Freaking hell. We'll survive a nuclear apocalypse before freaking Canada has bigger butts than we do. Crying out loud, man. There we go. A Bear Struggle, a book, chapter 1. The Postman, chapter 2. No salmon in the mail. That's true. Oh, excuse me. Chapter 1, The Postman. Chapter 2, no salmon in the mail. None whatsoever. The Postman always interrupts. I need to get that app. Bear just needs to get on an app. Now that he is a food influencer, needs to get on that app and figure it, need to go ahead and take it away from people before they actually get to it. Needs to go. This belongs. What was the Indiana Jones things? This belongs in a museum. This belongs in the garbage can where bears can get to it. Crying out loud. For crying out loud. Anyways. P-Money says, now if you'll excuse me, Bear, I'm off to admire my wife's top 9 butt. Top 9. Well, congratulations, P-Money. Hats off. If Bear wore a hat, it would be off to you, good sir. Gosh dang it. Well, anyways, what a great way to end the show. Possibly life on Earth as it exists. We'll see in the next hour or so if we've got nuclear apocalypse or not. But if we've survived the nuclear apocalypse, we do this every Wednesday and Saturday here at 8 o'clock Eastern. So if you want to check out the #1 show by a bear on YouTube, the food influencer, right here, man. Right here. Make sure you get that thumbs up before we all die. But you know what? All this apocalypse talk and digging out of the garbage has made Bear hungry. So he's going to head back into the woods. So until next time, people, grrr. Good night, everybody. Stay safe out there.